Since a challenge from the security people that the government brings, since the past, they are not helping matters. In the security side, they're not helping. I don't know what is the nature. I don't know.
On Tuesday, 11 people died after a passenger boat in Andoni local government area of the state capsized. River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara commiserated with families of the victims, but the statement was silent on investigating the cause of the accident. The risk said the boat transported passengers from Okwa community in Ngo town in Andoni to Boni Island when it capsized near Amariaria community in Finima town. Now, the statement signed by the spokesperson of the State Police Command, Grace Iringi Koko, said the OC Marine SP Ogarachi Chima arrived at the accident scene but discovered that 11 passengers had drowned. She said an investigation is ongoing. 5 children and 6 adults drowned in the boat mishap. The parents of the children, Ayayi and Rose Festus, who survived the accident, spoke.
I know the people who have no money to pay transport with my family. Accidentally, our boat capsized in front of the LNG. There is no rescue. So about 11 people died. And out of that 11 people, 5 is my children. So we lost everything. And there is no way for me even to survive.
Moving on, the Nigerian police force has warned that the "No Grief for Anybody" slogan being used by youth can lead to crisis in the country. Speaking at a press briefing in Abuja, the force spokesperson Muyiwa Adejobi said intelligence reports show that the catchphrase is capable of plunging Nigeria into a crisis.
The new slogan for 2023-24 for our young ones is "No Degree for Anybody." We have been informed from our intelligence that this slogan is coming from a revolutionary sector that may likely cause problem across the country. No Degree for Anybody is being seen as just a normal talk. But in security business, in security community, we have seen it as a very, very dangerous slogan that can trigger crisis.
He said it could lead to right abuse if not checked.
Don't forget, inasmuch as you are entitled to enjoy your fundamental human rights, no fundamental human right is absolute. No Degree for Anybody will not work when security operatives want to apprehend you for committing an offense. Once you are committing an offense, security operatives will come, apprehend you, and cause you to face the wrath of the law. Don't say "No Degree for Everybody." You no go work when you commit offense.
The slogan "No Grief for Anybody" went viral on social media and in public this year, and many people have made it their motto for 2024. The catchphrase loosely means do not tolerate any form of nonsense from anybody or do not allow yourself to be bullied by anyone. Others understand it to mean resilience. Igbo people loosely translate it as Kwichiri. In other news, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in Port Harcourt is investigating the activities of 8 suspected oil thieves in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. In a statement on its X handle, the EFCC said the suspected oil thieves were handed over to them by the Nigerian Navy, Boni Island, Port Harcourt, yesterday for further investigation. Meanwhile, the national spokesperson of Partners for Peace in the Niger Delta, Livingston Membere, has expressed concern over the escalating political crisis in Rivers State. Mr. Membere tells our correspondent that there is an urgent need for genuine elders to intervene. He said he has witnessed clashes between those aligned with Sim and Wike in three different local government areas since the political crisis started.
There have been several skirmishes. We've heard of what happened to Honorable Darlington Oji, the former Chief of Staff of Ikwere local government. We've heard of what happened during the inauguration of the concerned Asarito Patriots in Buguma. We've heard of several others, but I presently witnessed a scenario yesterday around the Rumokwashi area where pro-Wike supporters were about lynching a pro-Sim supporter, and community youths and OSPAC had to come in. So this calls for concern.
Away from that, train operation from Port Harcourt to Aba, Abia State may start in a month's time after it was suspended 2 years ago. Recall that train services were suspended following the reconstruction of the Port Harcourt-Maiduguri Eastern Narrow Gauge Railway. The managing director of Nigeria Railway Corporation, Fido Okiria, said this when he led the management team to inspect the track in Port Harcourt.
To deliver those so that the operation can start. They are working hard to ensure that very soon the operations will start. That's what we call the signaling, the communication are going to be in place. When we leave here, we are going to meet and map out the timeline when those things will be delivered. Very soon, we will start enjoying train rides from Port Harcourt to Aba, while they are also looking at extending to Umuahia and Inugrid. We are looking at days for at most months, because if you don't start running on this track, you leave it, it will go bad and the vandals will take possession.
Correspondent Suebiorware reports that Mr. Okiria said they've taken steps to address vandalism of the railway tracks. Still to come, ICPC recovers over 50 billion naira stolen from humanitarian ministry. Stay with us.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, says what Nigerians need is a 60% cut in the cost of governance and not a reduction of travel entourages. Obi said this on his verified X handle. His comment comes after President Bola Tinubu slashed the number of people on entourages for international and local travel by 60%. As the investigation into the corruption in the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation deepened, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission has recovered 50 billion naira from the Humanitarian Affairs Ministry. Now, the ICPC said it recovered the money which was about to be embezzled between July and August 2023 and paid into the Central Bank of Nigeria. And now in business, about 3 weeks to the end of CBN deadline for all bank customers to have bank verification number BVN, the Nigerian Interbank Settlement System NIBSS registration data show that over 60.2 million Nigerians now have a BVN. In entertainment, Australian police have charged 2 men over an alleged plot to kill 4 members of the rap group 1-4. In sport, artificial intelligence has predicted that defending champion Senegal will win the 2023 AFCON. In a BBC Sport article produced in collaboration with Opta, the prediction model gives Senegal a 12.8% chance of winning the tournament, a higher likelihood than any other team. And on the international scene, the UN's International Court of Justice is hearing a case brought by South Africa accusing Israel of committing genocide against Palestinians in Gaza. The submission also called on the court to order Israel to stop military operations there. The ICJ will deliver only an opinion on the genocide allegation, as the case is not a criminal trial, although it is being closely watched. Israel has vehemently rejected the accusation as baseless. That's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. The police have warned against the use of no grief for anybody. Bolt driver has spoken on ways to ensure safety in water transportation. And on the foreign scene, a UN court is to hear South Africa genocide case against Israel. The news was edited by Onyeka Chimusu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Ife Chukwumoyili. Many thanks for listening.